Hello, it's Koala OM. Welcome back to another video about premium plants in Plants vs. Zombies 2. In the last video, we discussed the best premium plants in the game, and today we're going to talk about the worst premium plants in the game. If you haven't watched the previous video about the best premium plants, I'll link it in the description. Please check it out if you're interested. So, let's get straight into the worst premium plants in Plants vs. Zombies 2. Keep in mind, it's in no particular order. I'm just providing a group of 4 plants that I think you probably shouldn't buy if you're willing to invest money in the game. So starting off, we have the snow pea. This plant returns from the original Plants vs. Zombies, and it's one of the original plants from 2013 in Plants vs. Zombies 2. However, it is pretty bad. It's essentially the normal pea shooter, except it shoots snow peas that can slow down zombies as well with the chill effect. Whilst this may sound pretty good, because plants like the cold snapdragon are really good because they slow down zombies, the difference is the snow pea slows down one individual zombie at a time. On the other end of the spectrum, plants like cold snapdragon can slow groups of zombies at a time. In fact, as many zombies that are in its range, it can slow, no matter how many zombies there are. The snow pea doesn't have that luxury, it just slows one zombie at a time. So the snow pea, good on paper, bad in the actual game. So snow pea, unfortunately, you probably shouldn't be buying this one. Moving on, the next plant we have is chomper. Chomper, much like the snow pea, is a plant from Plants vs. Zombies 1 that returned to Plants vs. Zombies 2 and is one of the original cast from 2013. The chomper is pretty bad, just like it was in the original game. Yes, it can kill most zombies with just a bite, but then you have to wait a long time for it to actually digest the zombies. Another similarity between the chomper and the snow pea is that the chomper also got a buff in the same update. The chomper got his eating capacity increased by 2, so he can actually eat 3 zombies before having to digest them. Whilst this is a pretty nice buff, I don't think it changes how good he is that much, because he still has to digest the zombies for a long time. I'd say it did make him better, but definitely not good. So unfortunately for this classic plant, chomper also gets on this list of worst premium plants. The toadstool was released with Lost City Part 2 and also makes this list of worst premium plants. The toadstool is a lot like the chomper, except he has a range and produces sun. So what that means is he can swallow zombies from a distance, and he also produces sun after he swallows them. And he's also a pretty bad plant for the same reason as the chomper. He takes ages to digest the zombies. Also, the toadstool wasn't even buffed in the same update as the chomper. In fact, he hasn't been buffed to my knowledge. So he still digests one zombie at a time, which I'd probably say makes him worse than the chomper, since the toadstool only produces a little bit of sun. When you have other plants like gold bloom and twin sunflower and primal sunflower and sunshroom, there really isn't that much reason to be using the toadstool, since you're never going to be at a shortage of sun. Another thing that's pretty poor about the chomper and the toadstool as well is that they can't actually swallow zombies if they're too big, for example gargantuas. So they also fare pretty bad against zombies like that. And our final plant for today is the electric blueberry. The electric blueberry was released with Neon Mixtape Tour Part 2, and in some cases it can be an alright plant. It can one-hit kill any zombie that it launches its thundercloud to. Yes, that includes gargantuas. So you might be thinking, oh, that's pretty good. But the electric blueberry can't actually decide which zombie it shoots to. It's completely random. So that thundercloud can go to any zombie and it's out of your control. So say you have a gargantua approaching your house and you have an imp on a different lane. The electric blueberry will have a 50-50 chance of destroying the imp or the gargantua. So it's a pretty risky plant to use. Also, many levels in Plants vs. Zombies 2 have a bunch of zombies. It's something that was changed after Plants vs. Zombies 1, and Plants vs. Zombies 2 was made a lot more difficult because of the sheer amount of zombies. The electric blueberry can only kill one zombie at a time before it has to recharge for ages. So not only is it random which zombie it kills, it only kills one, much like the toadstool. So the electric blueberry can easily be overwhelmed. On top of all this, the electric blueberry has a really slow recharge rate for its seed packet. So you're not even going to be using it that much because it'll always be recharging. Unfortunately, the electric blueberry is a pretty cool concept, but it doesn't actually fare that well in real levels in Plants vs. Zombies 2. A bit of a pattern I've noticed with all these plants is that they're bad because they only affect one zombie at a time. The snow pea only slows one zombie at a time. The toadstool only eats one zombie at a time. The chomper used to only eat one, but now eats 3 at a time, but it's still pretty bad. And the electric blueberry only launches its thundercloud at one zombie at a time, on top of it being random. In a game that has massive hordes and waves of zombies, it's pretty easy to see why these are the worst premium plants in my opinion. So, thanks for watching. Be sure to keep an eye out on the channel for new videos, and remember to check out the best premium plants video that I'll link in the description. Until then, see ya.